What is the so because things because you mentioned that the C-level people get selected from the network, or you already know who is that kind of person, right? So what is the role of networking in one's career, especially specifically when you're in the mid career zone? Do you think the, or maybe the someone who is freshly starting, so what exactly is the purpose of networking according to you?
I'm so glad you brought up networking. And the one word to describe kind of the point of it all and how important it is, it's the same word. I'm gonna repeat it 5 times. Crucial, 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 and crucial. So sometimes people don't know what it is. Do it anyway. Start talking to people. You don't see the value in it. Start talking to people. I have the same advice for pretty much any situation that you bring to me. I feel uncomfortable. I don't know how to do it. I don't see the value in it. Do it anyways. Because so here's the situation is, let's say two people, they're two professionals, one networks and one doesn't. Can I guarantee that networking will get you some extra special information, knowledge that you cannot get otherwise? No, I cannot guarantee you that, but you're 100% not going to get it if you're not networking. That I can guarantee you. If you're just sitting there with your own thoughts and the same 5 people that you know, your favorite coworkers, and again, networking doesn't mean going to big fancy conferences. The idea of networking is it's a part of the journey of bettering yourself, and it's you sharing knowledge. Anything you're allowed to share. Do not share anything you're not supposed to be sharing outside of your job description or department. But anything you're sharing about your experience or the cause that you've taken on by working at this company. So different people relate on a very human level, and you could say that, hey, you also have this job. What is it like for you? Do you like it? Are you having a good time? I can't balance everything. How do you do it? Did that conversation just bring value to your life? I don't know, but you get better at asking these questions. I would really remind people that, small talk is fantastic and all. Use it in the first, maybe second sentence, but then ask what you're really trying to ask. It's sometimes difficult and you have to practice on it. I will be hosting networking sessions for people who hate networking, and I might actually call it that this year. And it's the idea that you demystify what it is, and almost to the point where I'm going to get a group together and have them chat with each other and then say, guess what? You just networked. So what it is communicating with other people where the subject matter doesn't have to be the specifics of your job, but it has something to do with your job and you as a professional. You could be discussing how well something is going career-wise. You could be discussing how well something is going in the industry. You could just be trying to make a friend. As long as you keep it professional, there's some lack of the requirement for this is that you're trying to be nice, you're trying to be friendly, but then there's also some kind of gap that you're trying to close. Should you do it even if you don't want to know anything? You should do it anyways, because you cannot 100% know what you don't know. That's kind of the interesting, ironic thing about it is the more you know, the more you realize that you don't know everything. And so sometimes you strike a conversation, you start talking to a person and you're like, oh yeah. And secretly you're thinking, I couldn't care less, I'm good.